What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Sunday morning edition of the Daily Juice podcast with me, Matt Perrault, here on BettingPros.com. Always being brought to you by BetMGM. That offer is above me on YouTube for the video. $10 to win $150. Great day to use that, by the way. 3 games today in the playoffs. It's our last full Sunday with 3 games, with a early 1 o'clock, then a 4:30, then a night game, and then that's it. And then it's into playoffs for Sunday. We have 2 games on Sunday next weekend, but we don't get that 3-game, early window, late window, and then late night game or evening game. This is it. So great time to jump in here. Promo code JUICE150 at BetMGM.com. BetMGM, or wherever you use the BetMGM application, is available to you. Okay, so not a good day yesterday. Look, the playoffs in the NFL and me, not great. And my team got completely embarrassed. There's no way around that. The Buffalo Bills had a historic game, a cathartic beatdown of the Patriots. Congratulations to Buffalo. I will say this. You've won a wild card game. The Raiders lost the game on the last play. The Patriots lost the game in the first quarter. There is no difference. Okay? There is no difference. This is where the tournament comes in. You lose, you go home. You win, you advance. There is no moral victory. There is no carryover. You don't take points you scored in the first round to the second round. And that celebration in Buffalo was a little bit, I would be a little concerned about the emotions being let out there by Buffalo, knowing they have to win 2 more games just to get to the Super Bowl. Then they're going to play an incredibly talented team. So, I don't know. You got the potential of playing Kansas City and then Tennessee and then the Green Bay Packers. Beating a rookie quarterback, I mean, there are much bigger tests to come here for the Buffalo Bills. But it's a win. Patriots did not show out. The teaser goes down. Patriots at plus 10 do not come in. I did take money line as well personally. That did not come in. I did tease the Raiders up, got that teaser right, which saved me a little bit personally there because we got the over team total wrong for the Bengals. That stunk because they scored 26 over 27.5, but we had the 19.5. Thank you to the Raiders for kicking that field goal late in the game and not going for it on 4th down, which could have scored a touchdown there, would have gotten them over on the team total and would have burned both bets for us. I was very nervous about that. So we got 1 for 2 there, 0 for 1 on the 1 unit, 1 and 1 on the half unit bets, and then 1 and 3 on the prop bets that we came in with yesterday. Derek Carr went over 249 yards passing. Joe Burrow did throw for 1.5 touchdowns, more than 1.5 touchdowns, the one prop we got right. Nick Folk had 4 points, not over 6.5. Needed 1 more field goal for the Patriots in that second half. And then Mac Jones threw the ball 38 times. I played under 30.5 because I thought the Patriots would be in the game. And they were not going to be able to be in the game if Mac Jones threw the ball over 30 times, which he did, and they weren't in the game. Easy as that. They weren't in the game. So just a complete blowout, and that just, I thought maybe we might get a chance at a backdoor cover of the teaser if Mac Jones did a couple different things, but both interceptions on the first drive of the game and the first drive of the second half ended any talk of that. So, Mac will go and learn, and we'll see. It is interesting, though, that people tend to I don't know what the word is. Like, Mac Jones is a rookie in the postseason. Justin Fields isn't there. Trevor Lawrence isn't there. Zach Wilson's not there. I mean, he's the only rookie in the postseason, okay? So recognize that. Recognize, it's a cathartic thing to see the Patriots get beat, but, I was arguing with somebody about, this Brady would never have that happen with the Patriots. It happened to Brady at home, guys. In 2009, the Baltimore Ravens went into Foxborough in the wild card round and beat the doors off the Patriots. First play from scrimmage, Ray Rice went 80 yards for a touchdown, and it was 24-0 the Baltimore Ravens. Patriots were never in the game, and that was at home, and they got blown off the field. It's happened to Belichick before. It happened to Brady in a Patriot uniform. So this idea of Mac Jones will never be Tom Brady. Well, I mean, who is? Honestly, who is? That standard is so unfair. It's ridiculous. And we always have this Skip Bayless hot take bomb throwing BS after losses like this. It's a loss, man. Mac Jones didn't play well. Mac Jones, after the bye, the whole Patriot team sucked after the bye. Don't know what happened. I mean, they were hot going into the bye, and after the bye, everything just fell apart. They were just a totally different football team for whatever reason. Injuries, momentum, teams figuring out the offense, whatever it might be. But just making the playoffs, it was a huge surprise. And getting Mac Jones in the draft was a huge surprise. It was supposed to be Cam Newton again this season, and they somehow got a rookie quarterback who took him to the playoffs. So, look, successful season. Bottom line, great year. Big year for the Patriots, big step forward. Go back into the draft, go find a weapon, go find what Joe Burrow has. Now, you're not going to find a Jamar Chase, but go find someone that's going to play with Mac Jones that they're going to be instantly connected. Like, go find one of the Bama wide receivers. Like, go draft one of the Bama wideouts and bring them in, and let's see what the Patriots can do. Let's see what Mac can do when he's got a weapon to throw to, because right now, Kendrick Bourne and Nelson Aguilar are not getting it done for the Patriots. I love the tight ends, but you got to go and get other weapons. So Buffalo's got a lot of work left to do. That was a lot of celebration. And I have no problem, by the way, with the Bills running the score up. That didn't bother me at all. It's what you're supposed to do in the playoffs. Just go ahead, run it up, fat guy touchdown, run it up. Do whatever you got to do. It didn't bother me in the least. Put that in the memory banks. And just, I don't think the Bills are winning the AFC East. So, when they lose, you can go, okay, you're home like us, watching the Super Bowl like us, okay? I still think the Titans are an incredible value team, and all I needed from the Titans to win one game, and most likely it's going to be a pretty good opportunity. Titans against the Bengals. Bengals on the road. I like the Titans' chances. I do, unless the Steelers wind up winning and shocking the world tonight up against Kansas City. Don't see that happening, but okay. So, look, I've already given you 2 plays. San Fran +3. The Dogs did not bark yesterday. Maybe it's time for the Dogs to bark today. Both home teams won and covered. So, Niners, going into the weekend, all the talk was about the Dogs in Wild Card Weekend and how great they were and how great of a teaser opportunity it was to jump on the Dogs. And it worked for the Raider game. It didn't work for the Patriots game. But Bucs 2.5, under 52. The wind. We saw it last night. Cold doesn't matter. Everyone was betting under. That game, the Bills covered the total themselves to go over, okay? Doesn't matter. Cold doesn't matter for the total. Only wind. Okay, and it's going to be extremely windy in Tampa. Under 52 for the Bucs. Under 52 for a -2.5 and a same game teaser. Bucs under 52. Bucs -2.5. Okay, I think the Eagles are going to cover that line. I think 8.5. I think the Eagles are going to be in the game, but I think it's going to be a low scoring game. So I'll explain that here in just one second. So then that leaves San Fran and the Bucs. Those are 2 bets. Okay. So the next bet I'm going to give you, I gave this bet to you 4 days ago, I believe, in the Discord channel. Okay. This number is technically gone, but maybe you find it closer to kickoff. Okay. Kansas City -7 in the first half at -115. If you're listening to my other show, I sent my wife to the book. I saw this. There were 2 books. I guess William Hill had it too. William Hill Caesars had this for a time as well. It was -130 at their book. I got -115 at Stations Casino here in Vegas. KC Chiefs -7 in the first half. Now, why? Well, it's been a well-documented thing. In the first half, this Steeler team's been bad, okay? They've been real bad. Pittsburgh on the year is 6-11 against the spread, down 6 units if you tried to bet them against the spread in the first half. The KC Chiefs have been very good in the first half. Kansas City 9-8. I guess not very good. 9-8. They've been okay. 9-8 against the number here in the first half. I think this has backdoor written all over it. I think much like the Bills came out at home and started fast, the Bengals at home came out and started fast, and the Chiefs are at home at night on Sunday Night Football. They come in, they start fast, they get a double-digit lead at the break. And then the Steelers potentially, they backdoor it. There's just a late touchdown. There's big bet in the second half. The Steelers are a much better second half team. In fact, it's a live betting opportunity, depending, like say the Chiefs are up 17 points at halftime. Chance to kind of jump in and potentially go and bet the Steelers, plus whatever, plus 20, whatever it might be, to kind of come in, and then you could get both bets if you want. But the official play that I gave in the Discord channel, I'm going KC Chiefs, 1 unit, -7 for the first half. All right. So that gives us plays on all 3 games. Okay. We've got the Bucs -2.5 and the under 52 teaser. Got San Fran +3 at Dallas. And we've got this bet in the first half, KC Chiefs -7 in the first half. I am going to put 2 half-unit plays in play here, and I'll give it to you right now. And then we'll have 4 player props like we always do. I'll be doing the live stream by myself. I don't know how this is going to go. I haven't done one of these by myself all year, and it will be 8 o'clock in the morning on the BettingPros YouTube channel. I'm going to go for like 20 minutes, guys. Okay. I'm going to break down the line move for the games. There's 3 games to talk about. Normally there's, a whole slate of games. There's 3 games. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the side and total on all 3 games. We're going to look and see if there's a Wong teaser opportunity. I'm not sure that there's going to be a Wong teaser opportunity, but if there is a Wong teaser opportunity, I will give that out. As of right now, there's money coming in on Philadelphia. How about that? FanDuel's down to 7.5. Interesting. Other 2 games aren't moving, but there is movement on the Eagles now, +7.5. So, like hypothetically, Tampa, we've already teased Tampa down once. Total's 46. The only game that it would qualify for is Pittsburgh and Kansas City, and there's not going to be a Wong teaser. But unless the total in San Francisco and the Cowboys come down, it's got to go to 49. So it's got to drop 2 points, which would be surprising given the offenses. If it does drop down, then maybe there's a Wong teaser to give away, but I don't think there's going to be a Wong teaser to give out here. Well, no, we could combine it with Monday night. Okay. Yeah, we might. It's 49.5 for Cardinals Rams, so it's not like an official Wong teaser, but maybe there's some movement. Maybe the numbers will come down. We need the Cardinals to go down to 2.5. So we need some Cardinal money, a lot of Cardinal money to come in, drop that thing down to 2.5, and then under money come in, drop that thing down to 49. And then we could potentially do a Cardinals +8.5 and a Buccaneers teaser potentially on the live stream. So we'll see what the numbers are in the morning on the live stream for Betting Pros. 8 o'clock in the morning Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern time for, well, actually, you know what? 11 a.m. Eastern time. That's fine. Yeah, because the game kicks at 1, so that's fine. 11 a.m. Okay, so let's talk about the Eagles, okay? So the Eagles team total is one that I'm going to eyeball here because I don't think they're going to be able to score, okay? Team total is 19.5 for the Eagles. Look, this is a RPO-based offense that is going to be going up against the number 1 rush defense in the NFL, okay? They're really hard. Number 4 rush defense, DVOA. And the wind is going to be a major factor. I don't think Nick Sirianni is going to trust Jalen Hurts. I like a lot of unders in this game for Jalen Hurts. A lot of, Brady unders, Jalen Hurts under. Just think throwing the football is going to be very difficult for these quarterbacks. And running the football, even though I totally understand that the Bucs are going to be without Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette. I get that. I just think that the Bucs can find enough ways to make plays here at home with their athletes to move the football. And I think this team is going to be able to win the game by 3 points. I do. But I think the Eagles are going to have a really hard time scoring. I lean towards the under in this game. Wind. It's 46, okay? Team total is 19.5 for the Eagles. Half a unit, I'm betting the under. Under 19.5 point total for the Philadelphia Eagles up against Tampa. If they're going to win this game, it's 17 points. I think I'm giving the Eagles 17 points. That's the number I'm going to give them. If they get to 20, we're dead, okay? But if they get to 20, most likely the game's going over. And I'm not positive the Bucs with their offense and all their injuries right now. I'm not in love with the Buccaneers being able to move the ball at will here. I think this might be an ugly football game with the wind and the weather. Not going to be raining. Just going to be really, really windy. I like the Bucs to slow down this Eagles under 19.5 points. Philadelphia for a half a unit for team total. And then we're going with the over 23.5 for the San Francisco 49ers. Let me just double check and make sure that number is where I like it here. And it is 23.5 at -135. So it's -120 for the Eagles, -135. Shop around. You may find better juice than that on the Niners. Over 23.5 points scored against the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys give up 21.1 points per game. I do think that's inflated. This is a team that you can run on, 4.5 yards per rush. That's 23rd in the NFL. Give up 112 yards on the game on the ground. That's middle of the pack, 16th in the NFL. You can also throw in these guys. They give up 238 yards passing. Cowboys are going to get gashed, I believe, here by this San Francisco offense. I like San Fran to score more than 23.5 points. They average 25. Just get me a typical game. Run the football, 6.1 yards per play. Deebo Samuel touchdown. A lot of Deebo Samuel props. We'll get through all of them coming up here on the live chat. Give you 4 of them that I really like, but I'm leaning on this game a lot here. I think Jimmy Garoppolo, good stat. Niners are 7-0 when Garoppolo does not throw a pick. Okay, big stat. Need Garoppolo to be smart with the football. No WTF throws out of Jimmy Garoppolo, but we're going over 23.5 points here for the Niners and the Cowboys. 51, what I'm concerned about is like that San Fran wins the game 24-21. That's what I'm concerned about because that goes under. So like that's my only thought. Like, well, Matt, if you like the team total over 23.5 for the Niners, why not bet the over? Well, I don't know. I think that number is right. I think 51's right. I think it's right where 27-24, that kind of feels like the right score. 51, like right on it. So I don't think there's an edge. I don't think there's a lot of value in the total. So I'm just going to go individual with the Niners here. Niners team total over 23.5 for a half a unit. Okay. So we've got 2 bets in play we have 1 teaser, 1 side, 1 first half, and 2 team total bets here going for Sunday. And I'll have 4 player props going. Okay. Look, it's the playoffs. Everyone wants to go off with a fire and go have a great time. This is where college comes in, and I don't do this in college. I tend to kind of get even more. I shrink in college, and in the pros, I love the playoffs, so I go kind of nuts. So if you guys want to fade this, I lost 9 units last year in the playoffs. Okay. So I'm down 1.5 in the postseason to start in Wild Card Weekend. All right. First day of Wild Card Weekend on a Saturday, lost 1.5 units. Let's see what happens here, but it's hard. Playoff betting is extremely hard. Numbers are extremely sharp. A lot of people I know really were on the Raiders and the Patriots. Those were the sharp sides yesterday, and neither side hit. Okay. So we'll see what today brings. Hopefully we get a couple of more W's than we had yesterday for us. All right. So to run through the whole card here as we head towards Sunday today, starting Bucs -2.5, under 52, 1 unit, -120 teaser. San Fran +3, -110 on the side. First half, KC -7 at -115. We're going team total under 19.5 for the Eagles. Team total over 23.5 for the 49ers. I will talk to you on the live stream for the Sunday morning wildcard weekend with me, Matt Perrault, on the Betting Pros YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter @SportsTalkMatt. Every morning, it's the Daily Juice Podcast. Always being brought to you by BetMGM.